It's pretty clear that AI is going to completely replace many jobs. And if you're working in sales, you're probably wondering if AI will replace salespeople and possibly replace your job. But I personally think that most sales jobs and sales functions are fairly safe from being replaced by AI. And to help explain why I have that view, let's divide sales jobs into two categories. If we create a category of cold sales jobs and then another category of warm sales jobs, we might have more clarity for what's going to happen. Warm sales jobs are where the salesperson works with existing accounts and existing relationships and also might handle more inbound leads from prospects and customers who are asking for pricing or product information. And for the cold sales jobs, this is where you have salespeople who are trying to get engaged with prospects who are cold and who are not asking for information or asking for anything or expressing any interest in the product or service being sold. A lot of people will refer to these two areas as hunting compared to farming. When we separate all of these tasks, we can start to see which of these might be at risk of being replaced by AI. And I just want to state that I personally believe all of these tasks can functionally be replaced with the AI technologies that are available today or with what is right around the corner. But functionally replaced is the key word there, because while you can replace a task or an activity a salesperson performs with an AI, some of these tasks will deliver much lower sales results and sales effectiveness when performed by AI. For example, you can easily take an AI technology similar to like a ChatGPT, load it up with all of the product and company knowledge, connect it with a CRM and a phone system, and have that AI call cold prospects and perform cold calling. And while that AI probably can communicate better than most salespeople in terms of what to say and ask, that AI in a cold scenario might be much less effective, if only for one reason. And that is that when you're cold calling or cold prospecting and dealing with cold prospects, you face much more resistance and reluctance than you do when you're doing warm calling or dealing with warm leads. And sometimes the only thing keeping that call going is a sliver of etiquette and politeness between two humans talking and having a conversation over the phone or maybe in person. If a prospect gets a hint that they are talking with and communicating with an AI salesperson on a cold call, that cold call will likely end right then. And that dynamic does not happen when you have two humans talking and interacting. That human salesperson can fight a little bit more and try to keep the conversation going, and that is an advantage that the human has over the AI. But this dynamic decreases significantly when you move to warmer sales activities. If an existing account or an inbound lead has questions about pricing, there is much less resistance and reluctance to keep talking. And with that, you would not have some major drop-off if the prospect or the customer realizes they're talking with and interacting with an AI version of a salesperson or a customer service rep. And we can use that logic and that dynamic to try to predict which sales functions and tasks are more vulnerable to be replaced by AI. And I've taken a swing at that by marking the tasks that face more resistance and more reluctance from prospects in green, and then marked that are easier and more warm selling activities in orange. And if this breakdown is anywhere close to the direction we're heading, you could conclude that the sales roles and tasks that are more secure or protected from being replaced by AI are the sales positions and salespeople that are performing more cold prospecting and hunting types of tasks. And if you agree with that prediction and general direction that we might be heading, and you want to try to protect yourself from being replaced by AI, one thing you could proactively do is to continue to work on your cold prospecting skills and your knowledge about hunting and cold prospecting. Because it's definitely a different skill set and type of experience that comes with cold prospecting and hunting roles than what you might accrue and develop when you are a salesperson that's working in more of a farming and account management type of sales role. And the best way to get that hunting and cold prospecting knowledge and experience is to pursue roles that require you to hunt more for leads and sales. And you can always gain more knowledge from exposing yourself to training materials and training programs that help you to learn more about hunting and cold prospecting. And we actually provide a full sales training methodology that we call the Smart Sales System. And this training program is all about hunting and cold prospecting and how to become a more effective and successful salesperson in a hunting capacity where you're performing cold outreach, generating leads, and getting into new accounts. And you can actually access our full sales training program on YouTube for free, and I'll put a link in the description to where you can access this playlist of sales training videos. And if you have any questions on cold prospecting and hunting, or if you want more information or more tips, the best place to go is salesscripter.com. Thanks for being here. Hope this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.